We're pleased to be joined today by the head football coach at William & Mary, Mike London. And Mike, usually when the two of us are talking this time of year, it's about things that are happening on the field. But with the season delayed, it gives us the opportunity to talk about something just as important that you're involved with off the field, serving on the board of coaches that's overseeing the Collegiate Coaching Diversity Pledge. And for those who might not be familiar, explain what the Collegiate Coaching Pledge is and how you became involved with that program.
Sure. Thanks for having me, Rob. It's a pledge that's going to be geared towards the athletic directors, asking them to, in their pool of candidates, that their pool of candidates be diverse, be representative of the student athletes that are playing, but also representing the diverse backgrounds and the different cultures that coaches of color that have that are in and around and are very capable of being head coaches, and particularly men and women's basketball and football. So I've been very fortunate and blessed to have been a head coach at every level and coached at the highest level. And it's one of those things where it's an opportunity to have a representation, particularly with players, of coaches that look like them, and spread that kind of news and get a pledge by the athletic directors. And then the goal initially is to pledge by the athletic directors and then by the coaches themselves in terms of hiring a diverse staff.
Are you pleased so far with the response that you've gotten from the athletic directors?
Well, yeah, I use the analogy that right now where the organization is first half of the first quarter. Just not recently ago, the Board of Advocates, which was made up of academia, business people, former athletes, former coaches, they just came out and announced who they were publicly. And so they are working on putting their list together in a target area of athletic directors to pursue and ask. The Board of Coaches, which I'm included on also with other coaches, men and women's basketball coaches and football coaches, have not gotten together yet, but now we can know who we are and who's on the board. We can articulate the ask. We can articulate with our peers the importance and the need to create a diverse pool of applicants, for coaching staffs. And so it's kind of just gotten on the ground and is running. I know there's a lot of other things that are out there that are going on as well, but this is one of those things that's laser focused on the men and women's basketball and head football coaches.
Coaches serve as such important role models for so many student athletes. How key do you feel it is to increase the diversity among coaches, especially in sports like football and basketball?
Well, it's critically important in terms of having coaches that look like them, the players that we serve, the communities that we serve. And I know that there's opportunities we hope to present, coaches or candidates that, again, come from non-diverse backgrounds and diverse backgrounds, and having opportunities to talk to athletic directors, to sit in on search firms, all those type of things that can lead to an experience that hopefully you find a qualified group of candidates that can actually ultimately get hired.
You've had the opportunity to climb up the ranks, like you said, as an assistant all the way to, as you said, the highest level of coaching. How important do you feel like your role has been to try to mentor young coaches up through your program, and how much have you done that throughout your career? I know it's been quite a bit.
Yeah, Rob, we all stand on the shoulders of someone else that helped us along the way, and the Tyrone Willinghams and the Ron Dickersons and guys like that were coaching. I remember watching them and wanting to be like them. And then, life is cyclical. The same people that help you, then there's an expectation that when you have an opportunity to help others. And so I find myself at this point in my career being in that position to try to be a role model mentor, to try to do things the right way, to speak up for things that, that can benefit, young coaches that want to be head coaches or coordinators, and then just be reflective of the tough times that have occurred, but also engaging, having dialogue with people that can make decisions and make changes. And so I find myself, having been really blessed in this profession, and now my turn to give back and to also get involved with helping others.
In your eyes and the people that are involved in this program, what would make this a success? What is the goal, do you think, in the end game for this?
Well, the success would be to get, as I said, athletic directors to pledge into the fact that when they have their processes, I know they have, the search firms, but there's a third-party search firm that would communicate with the athletic directors in terms of that pool of applicants. That there be an overwhelming commitment to to having that diverse pool for head coaches, ourselves, to have a diverse staff and opportunities for coaches to be coordinators. That's important as you talk about climbing up through the ranks and having those experiences, but just ultimately being represented with coaches that for an underrepresented segment of our teams in society. But as I said, there's great coaches out there. Here at William & Mary, I have my defensive coordinator, Vince Brown. It has a diverse background, and I have 3 other coaches that they're also diverse background coaches. And you can coexist. They do great jobs. They do great things, and you can coexist with every other coach that are good coaches as well. So it's just trying to put it together, and so your team can see that you're reflective of what a team looks like, and that's the goal, Rob, ultimately.
Mike, thanks so much for taking time with us today. It's certainly a great program, and we appreciate your involvement in it and hope it's a big success.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.